Hold on, let me do the bit again. Hold on. Oh boy, well if you're just joining us, here are the co-founders.
No cap.
we Woo! Podcast is over, guys. We just listened to Ben Shapiro's #1 rap hit. You know, he said he would never do it. He said rap wasn't real, but he's become one of us, and he's rapping.
That's why I had my hood up with my hoodie, because I wanted to. I wanted to really feel like I'm.
That is pretty cool.
In the group, you know.
Yeah. Your headphones over the hoodie does complete that look. We could have you feature on a track, and it would be something.
Call me up, McDonald. I'm here.
What would you? Oh, so Tom McDonald. Can we talk about him for a second? Do you know he's from Canada?
Right.
Did you know that?
I heard Tim Dillon talk a lot about that.
Why are all these culture war people from Canada?
Because they got nothing else to do.
What
are they doing up there?
That's a great point, Father. I didn't thought about that.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, what? Stephen Crowder's from Canada.
Oh yeah. He is from Canada.
Who else?
Wow.
Is Bill Maher?
They must just not.
Bill Maher just from.
No. He's so American.
Yeah.
There's like. Yeah.
I don't think there are any more Canadians, luckily, besides Justin Bieber.
Oh, and Drake. Drake, of course, is a culture.
Drake,
we know he's all about the culture war.
Drake is, and Kanye, also from Canada. Alex Jones, Canadian. Anyway, I think it's funny how McDonald and Shapiro, for example, they'll talk about how like rap it's not music. Or like Ben Shapiro especially will talk about how rap isn't music. It's not music at all. There's no rhythm to it. There's no reason. It doesn't make sense.
I have heard him say this before.
And the only kind of music that's acceptable is him playing the violin and his sister singing the national anthem. And that's the only type of music that's acceptable, and everything else is garbage. And then, you know, all it takes is a little bit of money, I guess, or clout. I don't know what the point is, because I can't see a lot of money being made off of this. I don't know what I think it's just for us to talk about it. I think
he wanted us to talk about it.
Yeah. Specifically our podcast.
He was like,
he
knew that we would have a take on it.
I hope the co-founders.
He's like, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I saw a comment.
Those two gay guys don't talk about it, and also that one priest. He's okay, but he's not Jewish, so it's not good. I don't know. He doesn't. Talk
Is he
about
actually
that.
Jewish?
Yes,
okay,
he's Jewish.
I thought he was...
That's why he always talks about
Judeo-Christian
values.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he like a Jew for Jesus? Because I know that's like a niche group. Okay.
No, he's not that.
Okay.
No, he's not.
But
insane.
he definitely he talks a lot about Christian values, and he will talk about Jesus' teachings.
Oh, I've seen him at a yarmulke. Duh, he's Jewish. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a moron.
He'll you know, and then he'll do the thing where he'll say like, "Oh, these people aren't real Jews," you know, which is kind of like they call it like the Pope of the Jews. It's like an anti-Jewish activity to tell people who's Jewish and who's not. But
yeah. So that now that you brought the Ben Shapiro thing up. Oh, I mean, sorry, we just listened to it. I do want to say something about this. Like, people nowadays are trying to get priests to weigh in on one side or the other. And they're trying to immediately claim their priest for their side. It happens all the time.
Yep.
With all sorts of things like this, right? And look, I might agree with some of the things that are said or some of the sentiments, but it's all about look, this priest is on our side. He's one of us. He's part of this political culture war. Right, and he's on our side or he's not on our side, right? It's just so divisive right now. So I personally try to just stay away from all this stuff. And when people ask me questions, I'm like, here, let's talk about the exact specific issue. And I am not at all about, if I like the Ben Shapiro rap, now I'm on that side. You know what I mean? It's like...
Did you like it?
Or whatever it might be. It's like... I mean... I was entertained.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was too.
Fair.
And I thought it was funny, the fact that he was doing that. But I'm not like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm not.
like
I'm not totally on his side because of it. You know what I mean? And I don't like everything that was said. Yeah, in the rap video, and I don't know who that rapper guy is with a million piercings and.
Yeah, him and Ben Shapiro made quite the duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Like, why are those two even in the? Those two should never be in the same room together. They have no business collaborating on anything.
But that's why. So I was entertained, but I'm not like, oh yeah, we gotta make this. You know, we gotta fight the culture war, make this number one instead of all these lib things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. I don't want to be a part of that. But I just wanted to express that I think a lot of priests feel right now that they are forced to take sides, like on anything, right? I'm gonna. Can I switch gears for just a second?
Yeah.
The new
switch
thing,
it up.
As many gears as you need.
The new document that came out about blessings, right, and the possibility of blessing couples, right, of same-sex couples, and how that whole thing. Everyone is asking priests to interpret that, and they're always trying to get them to take a side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're always trying. And I just say, look, just read the document. It's pretty clear. Just read it, understand it, and do that. That's it. You know, it's like you know. So anyway, I just wanted to express that priests are, there's a lot of pressure on us right now to take sides, and it's things like this that just kind of I just avoid them.
Do you choose neutrality like The Witcher? I choose neutrality.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Well, and it's like it doesn't matter if you choose a side or not. It means nothing. Like, who cares? What does it matter if you like the rap or not? It doesn't. You know, it's like, it doesn't make me a good or bad person. It's like, well, I can talk to you about the specific.
It might mean you have bad taste in rap if you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
might mean
that's but that's like, you know, even like, you know, I joke about that, even but even that is like a.
It's a subjective thing. I agree. Yeah.
Right.
So the same thing with like the movie Sound of Freedom.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, so it's like everyone's like, you gotta see this film and you gotta like it, and it's
otherwise you're a pedophile.
I watched it. Yeah, I exactly.
And then you're a priest, and you're like, I guess I gotta do it.
Oh my gosh. No. We gotta bleep that part out.
Yeah.
So the reason I brought that up, that was another one. It was like, it was such a culture war phenomenon. Like, so I watched and I was like, okay, it's an okay movie. But honestly, I thought, I made fun of it, like, to certain parts. I mean, it's just an okay movie. Could have been made a lot better. But everyone's saying because it talked about a certain theme that I agree with, it's a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like a 7,
maybe. Yeah.
You're able to keep that objectivity.
If you enjoy that genre of movie, and honestly, I burst out laughing at a certain point in that film. I know that sounds terrible, like such a serious.
When the kid was being abducted.
Yeah.
No, not that.
Mommy.
Father Frederick's in the back, like.
Ayúdame. Father's just crying in the back, like, dumb kids.
I laughed when so at a certain point, one of the characters says to Jim Caviezel's character, he says, "Do you hear that?" And I was like, I know what he's gonna say next. He said, "That's the sound of freedom." And like they put the title of the film, like it's such a cliche, on the nose way. And it was kids were singing at that point, right? They were like singing. All the kids were singing, the ones that they had rescued. And he goes, "You hear that? You know what that is? That's the sound of freedom." And I was like, dude, could you be a little less on the nose? Like, let us figure that out. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, just cuts off there. Sound of freedom. You hear that sound? Movie over.
Right. Or just
you hear that.
I could have figured it out on my own.
Or
I could have figured that out
for real.
That the children singing is the. But anyway, it was just so. Parts of it were so.
You know, my favorite line of that movie was.
And preachy. What was it?
When Jim Caviezel's character says to the guy, or the guy's like, I thought I could trust you or whatever, and then the guy's like, never trust a pedophile, like implying that he was a pedophile, but even though he was like being undercover, it's like, wait,
oh yeah,
what?
Oh yeah, I get. Wow, I hadn't thought of that way. Because he's like, I thought I could trust you. He said, never trust a pedophile. But he was undercover as a pedophile.
Right.
So what does he say? Like,
So, okay. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. That's just what I was like.
but
wait.
you're not a pedophile. You're a CIA
Never trust
agent
fake
or whatever
pedophile.
it
That's
is.
what I would have said.
Yeah, exactly.
Never trust someone who's role playing as a pedophile.
Don't get me wrong. Like there are parts of the movie, and I agree with the overarching message of the movie. But
Yeah.
it's not like
I mean, except
I
for
don't
the-
have to like it to agree with certain things or not agree with certain things. It's like they're trying to funnel you into making you political, and I don't like that. I guess that's all I'm trying. to
And
say.
who's gonna take
You know,
the
like,
other side on that anyway? Who's gonna be like, I'm for
Fuck
human
those
trafficking? Yeah, like.
Right. Well, I think they were
crazy.
broadening it more to like, because I saw like this is a movie, anti-porn movie, like all these things.
Yeah.
Like I think they just blanketed like.
Well, I think
I don't know why.
I think that there were I think
thing.
there were
Yeah.
legitimate concerns about how the movie portrayed methods of helping children, and from what I've read, people in the circle of child rescuing, I don't know what that's called,
Yeah.
have said that the Tim Ballard is detrimental to their cause, and has
Well,
done.
I mean, he did all these operations outside of any sort of.
Yeah, and
he did it on
but
his own.
I also like I
afterwards. Yeah.
I think you shouldn't do, operations outside of government agencies where there's some kind of oversight when you're like rescuing children, like, because there's that middle ground where it's like, oh well, we're the only ones who have custody of the kids at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to do these things to rescue children, I don't know if I would trust you with children, like alone. You know what I
see
mean?
you're saying. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I would want someone there, maybe with a UN little thing that could say,
Well,
like,
and here's the problem that I have with the movie. It's like this is a super nuanced issue, and I think
Yeah.
a very more interesting movie would have been a more nuanced one. Whereas this one was just hitting you over the head with a brick about this idea, God's children are not for sale. Like, okay, yes. But
No one's arguing that.
which is not true,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we know what the price of like God's children are. It's $7 an hour, or whatever the federal minimum wage is. Like, that's the price of everyone. Like, come on, we know what this is. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
but
before I have to go, I do want to get your guys. What was your reaction to the document about blessings? Did you hear it at all? Is this news to you? Like what?
No, it's not news.
What have you heard? What was your reaction to it?
Spencer, you want to go
Yeah,
first?
sure. I just thought it was kind of unnecessary for the Pope to even say. It's like, of course you can bless gay unions. It doesn't mean you're saying that they're. I don't think the Catholic Church's position changed, and a lot of people ended up thinking that, it seems like, as a result, which I'm like, was that Pope Francis's intention? Because then he came back really hard about like some issue. James, do you remember what that was? Like, because like a week later he was like, what was it?
Yeah, he was like
surrogacy.
He just out of nowhere is like, by the way, there's no in vitro allowed, don't forget. Like, no one was asking Pope Francis, like, why are you talking about
and
this?
if those people over in Syria start getting lippy, we're gonna launch another crusade.
Like,
it's like, okay, Father.
I think it was almost like he was trying to overcorrect for like confusing people. That's how I felt about when he came out about in vitro fertilization. It felt like he was trying to say, hey, no. We're still crazy, and we're intense about things, like
a makeup call kind of thing, where it's like,
I definitely don't think it was that, just because of how the Vatican works. Like, all of these documents that come out are done by dicasteries, right? They're done by these groups of people that set them up, and the timing. The church is slow at these types of things, like getting all these documents done. It's getting faster with Pope Francis, but. I'm going to say with AI.
I'm sorry.
AI is helping. No, so maybe. I don't know.
Catechism AI, just like spouting heresies.
Are we gonna uncover that the document about blessings?
Yes, generated by AI.
It was generated by ChatGPT.
Well, that brings up an interesting point. If you get absolved by ChatGPT, do you actually go to heaven?
I think you could straight to hell.
You go straight to you go to ChatGPT purgatory, and you're like, Saint
Exactly.
Peter, I
There
need
you
I need
go.
my sins cured, and or whatever, however you say it to Saint Peter, and the ChatGPT Saint Peter is like, sorry, I because of my programming, I'm not allowed to help you with that. And you're like, shoot,
Yeah.
gosh, not again.
Yeah.
Um,
So I guess I don't know that the timing thing was something, but I do. So, and I think a lot of people, I agree. Like, what was the point of this? But I think there was a point. There were lots of people who just weren't willing to, yeah, to give that sort of blessing.
Yeah.
And honestly, the distinction in my head was always clear, but to a lot of other people, I don't think it was. And I think a lot of clergy and a lot of people needed to hear, and in the most precise way that you can in this type of thing, explain the difference. And that's all.
Well, here's what I think is messed up.
Yeah.
James, you haven't spoken in a minute. Sorry, I'll let you.
Because I wanna with that point, I wanna say, like, if you're confused about giving blessings to people who might not be 100% in line with the church's teachings, what do you do during communion when someone comes up with crossed arms? Do you say, like, oh, well, hold on a second, what are you asking for? I'm not condoning your life, but this is just a blessing. Like, you don't have to do that. It's just like, here's a blessing because it's free, you know, like.
Right. And I think is that what the document did was distinguish blessings. That's all
it's like,
did,
this is,
right?
come
and
on.
and the
Come on,
church has
guys.
been having this type of blessing where you bless people who are in need as well, right? And that's been in the church for a long time. There is also a blessing of, I recognize the good that you're doing, keep doing that good, right? I guess any blessings like that, because everyone has some good. There's no doubt. So you can bless whatever good that person has and want to keep it going. But for some people, it's just like, yeah, there had to be, in order to receive a blessing, you have to have this sort of good standing thing. And that's what the document distinguishes, right? So, yeah.
Okay. So here's a little.
Anyway, sorry, I got on that because it's another one.
It's
of
another
those
culture
things
war
that
thing.
They're just
Because we're not going to have another
they're trying to
podcast
shoehorn you in.
until it's irrelevant. So I would like to say we have here's a little sneak preview for a teaser, I guess. We have a Assassin 33 AD coming up as a movie review. Now, if you've never seen that movie, don't Google it. Instead, just wait for our review. It's it's coming soon.
Coming in 35 business days.
Coming soon.
And don't think about it. Just Assassin 33 AD. What could that mean? What could it be? I don't know.
All right, you guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, thanks for joining us
I'm
on
sorry, it was
No
a little
Notice.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
That was all deep fake, folks. That
Wasn't him.
Frederick.
This is all generated. Sponsor is AI, and ChatGPT is our sponsor today.
ChatGPT. In fact, none of us are here. This whole podcast has been fake from day one. Okay.
alrighty. So
You can
I gotta bow out.
You
Thank
can
you guys.
Thank you too.
You can just. Oh, can you just? Wait. Shoot.
I think I can just end. And you guys
Yeah.
can go home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See you back in Korea.
I hope that works.
Yeah, I hope so too.
find
We'll
out.
find out.
Otherwise, it just dropped all his audio.
A few moments later.
So the point I was going to make, and maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't make it, was it actually, to me, the papal blessing news came as kind of a fuck you to the gays, because the way I see it, the Catholic Church hasn't stopped believing that gays are going to hell. So literally, it's a priest waving at them, "See you in hell."
Yeah.
Like it's
Bye.
I mean,
Here's damage reduction, like
10%.
Like,
You'll
10%
be in
damage
one
reduction.
circle less painful. Like in
And 30%
here,
fire
we'll move you
resistance.
from circle 5 to 4 with this little
Yeah.
do a
And you
novena.
get free Wi-Fi for the first gigabyte.
Yeah, you'll get the AT&T special plan.
But then you're on Cricket. Fuck you.
Cricket,
After the
Beelzebub,
first gig.
Cricket.
Yeah, Cricket Beelzebub. That would suck, man. Hell wouldn't suck. Hell would be pretty cool. We can talk about this now that Father Frederick's not here.
Yeah, no, he has to,
He has to shoot. What does he have to
I don't know. What does he have? He's probably going to breakfast, is what I'm thinking.
do? It's like 12 o'clock.
Breakfast and lunch, brunch. Maybe he's having a little brunch with the boys.
Maybe he's having brunch with the boy. Oh,
it'd be kind
Year's.
of cool.
Shoot! We didn't say Happy New Year. God damn it,
Dude, we should text him that then. And then also it'd be kind of cool if he calls the other seminarians the boys. Like the other priests in his office. Hey boys, let's go get brunch, and then they're all just like sipping like mimosas and eating kimchi together. Do they make mimosas over there?
I mean,
yeah, they probably would if
they. I don't know if they like have kimchi with it, but they might. Yeah, I think they. I think they're aware.
Do they? I don't remember even eating breakfast over there. Did we ever? I mean, they have egg bread. That's probably the closest thing to breakfast.
They have breakfast, but it's not like our breakfast. They just eat food for breakfast. But
just like they'll just eat like straight up meats and
like,
stuff. Yeah,
like just fish and meat and stuff.
Yeah,
which is really weird when I first
because every breakfast you and I were just eating kimbap like every morning.
Yeah.
We would just shove our faces like with that.
Yeah, because we just go and do something and eat a real meal for lunch.
I'd be like, James, stop teabagging me. We got to go get some more kimbap.
Yeah. What? But like when I first moved in with my ex back in Korea, we would like one time I woke up at like 7 in the morning. I was like smelled fish. I'm like, what the? And she was like making like fish.
Dang,
and, like
that is interesting.
Like, really,
I love breakfast. Is one of my favorite meals, so it's kind of tough.
I mean, I
mean, they
like
have like a breakfast kimbap too.
But then when you realize that like most breakfasts here are kind of bullshit.
I love them. I love the bullshit breakfast. I go to Jack in the Box like every morning, and I spend $7.99 on the loaded breakfast. Comes with like it's like 2 sourdough pieces with sausage meat, ham, cheese, like a giant hash brown. When I'm really hungry, I'll ask for a second hash brown. Yeah, it has egg, like a fried egg in there. Okay. A fried egg.
I mean, that's better than like, I mean, the bullshit ones I'm talking about are like French toast, pancakes, waffles. Like they're great, but they're entirely bullshit. It's just bread. Like, you know, it's
with
not,
syrup on top.
It's not good for you.
Oh, it's terrible for you. It's probably the worst way to start your day.
But then, like, if you just eat a regular meal, like, you know, you eat vegetables, rice, some hot broth, a little protein.
It's literally, I guess,
you're ready to go.
The way Americans eat breakfast, it's like if you tried to run a car on like coal or something, like feeding it like we feed ourselves the worst things to start our day.
Yeah,
just like some kid shoveling coal into the back seat. That's what we're doing, which is pretty cool.
I've been getting into yerba mate a lot now.
What's that?
It's you ever see the it's a tea. It's a caffeinated tea from South America, from like Argentina, Chile, and you drink it out of like a little gourd looking thing, and you have a straw. It's called a bombilla.
That looks like a dental instrument, yeah.
And basically you fill up a gourd, which again it's like maybe 3/4 of a cup, or maybe it's a full cup. You could probably get in here, or maybe 2 cups even. And you fill it up about halfway with loose leaf, and so it's a lot of stuff. And then you shake it up so the fines go to the top, and then you make like a little mound, and then you pour the water into the bottom so you don't get the whole thing wet. And you can just you just keep drinking it, and you brew it at a low temperature, like 150, 155. So you drink it right away. You're supposed to drink it quickly. It's not supposed to steep for a long time. You know, don't let it sit for more than 2 minutes, because then it starts getting bitter and nasty. And you just kind of drink it. And then if you want to, like, once you finish it, you can either add more water and just keep going. You just keep doing that.
It gets less powerful. A little bit.
Kind of. It doesn't. Well, because you keep getting it a little bit more wet, and like as you go, you get more of the tea wet. You don't wet all of it.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of still equally strong.
Yeah, so I get like 5 or 6 pours out of one.
Oh, that's cool. And you just feel like so awake as hell too. Yeah.
It's like
caffeine,
you get like a
big
full.
Old caffeine.
You get like a big old. Yeah, you get a big old.
Fuck 5-hour energy. Caffeine. You got gojo tea or whatever.
Yeah. So it's yerba mate is pretty cool. If anyone out there is, if you want to sponsor us, yerba mate.
Oh yeah, they want to sponsor us so bad.
Ooh. Oh, speaking of the devil, it looks like I got a date tomorrow.
I was like, is somebody else coming into this podcast?
At 11 a.m. Yeah. And it's Maciel back from the dead. Who's that? Hey, Spencer, it's good to see you.
Oh, Father Bayeras.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Shrek? No, that wasn't even close to Shrek. It was like, Shrek. I don't know who that was.
Hey, brother, you gotta shoot. That sounds kind of.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's kind of cool though. I like it.
Brother,
That's Father Barrett's version. Do your Irish. I'm not gonna say the priest's name. Do that.
Oh, I won't say his name either, but this is someone from
Yeah,
Ireland.
yeah, someone.
Oh, catch me, Lucky Charms!
How would he have woken us up in the morning?
Oh, Christ our King!
You are God, we praise you, and Lord, we acclaim you.
Wait, who is that? That's like Jordan Peterson. You are the eternal Father. All creation worships you.
Yeah, you switched to it too.
It's me, Dr. Jordan Peterson. I'm here to do the Te Deum. A lot of men nowadays, they don't know about the Te Deum. They say Te Deum, more like to blame.
We all would have left the school at the same time that day if he was our assistant for a day. You didn't make your bed very well.
Did you clean your room?
We don't even have rooms, yes. Jordan.
Yes,
Mr.
Look,
Peterson.
You can see it. It's right there. You can open our lockers.
Yeah, you can see everything.
I'm thinking about young men. It just makes me so sad when I think of all these lost young men
who aren't in this school with you.
Who aren't, and they're not getting any. and they
did he just become a frat bro?
and they come to me and they say, Dr. Jordan Peterson, the chaos of this world is trying to engulf me. The dark snake of chaos is coming down from the hills of the Jungian philosophies, and I'm lost. What do we do? And I say, young man, grab that snake by the head and thrust it into
your ass.
Into your ass.
What has Father Frederick done to us? I think we're overcorrecting for that. We're saging the room of priest. Love you, Father. Just fucking around.
So, Father Frederick actually wrote this entire script for this episode.
Yep.
And that was all of his voices. This last part is James and Spencer telling you what Father Frederick did.
As a legionary, if I was the legionary that was assigned to listen to us right now, I would 100% be like, oh my god, maybe I did write this. Like, I'd be that gullible. Oh my goodness. Like someone's writing a letter home. He starts overthinking all the letters home. He's like, did AI write all of these?
John Connor, and he's like, Father, we got a problem.
AI is trying to destroy the Legion.
it's like Assassin 2024 AD.
When Father Frederick was like, no, we don't want any community to like, kind of take our priests or whatever. I'm terrible at paraphrasing.
Hold on, wait. When did he?
He said something like, "We don't try to espouse any community," right?
Oh, on this podcast.
Yeah, he said that on the podcast.
Okay, this wasn't something he said to us.
No, he said that to us. Yeah, he said
yeah,
it.
Today.
And I didn't get a chance to speak then, but I was gonna say, hey, Father, the LGBTQ community embraces you. As an LGBTQ member, I embrace you. Please bless my marriage with James. We should get married and have Father Frederick officiate it. He blesses our union.
Yeah. Would you? And then I just show up with my gut out, and I'm like, "Will you bless my baby?"
And he has to, because
legally.
Because maybe you've gone trans and they've somehow implanted a baby in you, and it's like, you don't know. That's what he would think. I'm saying that he wouldn't know. Nobody understands how trans people work, so he'd just be like, oh, maybe that's maybe he got a pussy now, and
there's no way to know. There's no way to know.
Spencer got him pregnant.
Man, I'm so glad we thought about this and took this topic seriously here today.
Dude, you got to give me credit. I did my best to not interrupt and to not.
You did not.
And to not be too funny or try to. I bit my tongue for all the terrible jokes that never land.
I said a few bad jokes.
You did, but I did too. I said one that I felt the energy die at a comedy club, same energy, and I was like, yeah I feel this.
That was funny.
It was.
I'm gonna edit it out. I'm gonna edit laughter into it so no one knows what we're talking about.
Dude, you should at that part that Father Frederick said to bleep, just put like Jerry Seinfeld applause in the background or something.
Or the guy from the Eric Andre show. Yeah.
And it's like you see like a duck mouth move over Father Frederick's mouth. It's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
And then I just email it directly to the general director.
Yes. Hey,
I'm just be like, hey, you guys can get a head start on this one.
we're making
Whoever
a
your guy is
joke
that
out of
listens
your
to it.
priest. That's what we're doing. I'm so sorry, but
This is gonna be a damn good episode, man. We got to 30 minutes too.
damn.
And I'm definitely not editing out anything. Everything is.
I think it was
staying in.
great. Well, it's too much work too. We do need to send him the rough draft so that way he can, because he might want something taken out. You never know. This just over. Black Hawk Down. We do not want to post this episode.
Yeah. Abort. like a fetus. Terminate. Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode, folks.
After I bombed at the
sorry.
comedy club yesterday, someone in the crowd was like, "Yikes!" and and I just said like, "So that's how I'm gonna end my show. Bye." Which is how we're ending.
all right,
we're
well,
ending on a bomb
hey,
tonight too.
Hey everyone, keep your heads up for some interviews coming up. We definitely did not record them 5 months ago or 6 months ago and are uploading them now. We just recorded these like in the past 3 days, so they're all going to come out now. And keep your heads up for 33 AD, the Assassin or whatever, Assassin 33 AD 2020
Coming to you
on Spotify
from
and
the
Apple
co-founders,
wherever you, the co-founders,
formerly
wherever
known
you
as.
no. Oh boy, that was funny. Well, if you're just joining us, this is the co-founders, and we have a special guest today, and that special guest is Spencer. But we just got a message. Oh, we're getting a message from our producers.
Yep, they're very adamant. They're very intense producer too.
Yeah. This is not okay. Well, I'm gonna cut this part at least that little interlude.
Yeah, we'll
You know what?
We'll iron that out.
You know what? Did you give him the link?
No, doesn't he have it?
Yeah, but he might not have it. Same one from before? No, of course not. We have a different link now. Answer him that sarcastically, because I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hit him with that.
Oh, what? When were you? Never mind. It must have been a while ago. Excellent.
Hey, that bit crushed, by the way.
Oh, the opening bit?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Also, I have to point out that the bed behind you really does look like a legionary bed.
That's because the top sheet's over here.
I thought you were gonna say because I had an au pair over and she helped me out or something. Or
Yeah, had a little, if you know what I mean.
Are they
What?
no pairs?
No, not usually.
Okay.
But the girl I'm seeing is.
Oh, yeah. That's
She's
pretty
cute.
cool. Yeah.
She's
You should
also
be like,
fun.
do you eat?
Mhm.
You hit her with that yet?
Yeah, I made that joke a few times already.
Nice.
I didn't make it once.
Oh, okay. Wait till she gets introduced to in America.
Well, corn on the cob. Just job. Anyway.
Worst food in the States
oh shit,
is
we're
always
recording this. How? Hold on. I'm gonna